Gundogan to Arsenal decision imminent. It's really going to be made very soon in the coming days. We'll have gotten to know where Gundogan is going to go ahead. Is he coming to Arsenal? We are going to get to know because he has gone ahead to really speak to the media about his decision on where he's going to go. Welcome to this channel, Rokani Media Football it is, and welcome to the Arsenal News Show, where we are talking Reiss having gone ahead to agree a 4-year deal with Arsenal. Remember, his contract was running out on the 30th of June 2022, and obviously Reiss has found himself in a situation of coming out and obviously agreeing a deal at Arsenal. And lastly, we are going to be talking about Balogun coming out and revealing to us as to why he chose the American national team over the England national team, and obviously the England national manager has gone ahead to reply to him on what he really took as a decision by that time. Rokani David is my name. Let's see close to some good 300 likes smash on this video, because the more you smash the like button, the more these videos go viral. And congratulations to everyone. We've hit 14,000 subscribers, but we need more and more subscribers, because we can even hit 1 million, 2 million, 100 if at all we keep subscribing. Those who know where our journey started from 1 subscriber, 1,000, 2,000, know it very well. And here we come with loads of news and details coming in from Arsenal. And if you don't want to miss out on these, smash the black button that has the word subscribe, then hit the notification bell. That will enable you get notified every time I upload a video onto this channel. Third video of the day, totally charged to see to it that we bring you the news as it's really going down, and we are still having more 2 or 3, 4, 5 videos to go onto this channel. Let's go with Gundogan. After winning the Champions League finale against Inter Milan yesterday in Turkey, he had to speak to the media, and this is what he had to say about his future. He said, if it had already been decided, I would have already told Stefan. I don't know 100%. Of course, there are talks going on in the background, but in the end, I want to concentrate onto the two. I wanted to concentrate on the 2 finals and prepare as best as possible. Of course, I have to deal with it now and make a decision in the coming days. That is Gundogan, and let me show you exactly how he was when he was talking to the media. Dressed into a white t-shirt and obviously putting on a cape onto his head. That was how Gundogan was really looking onto the day, and this is how he looked like. Gundogan talking to the media. That is how Gundogan really looked when he's talking to the media, and he told us that he's soon making a decision, and that decision is not going to take a week. It's going to take days, as he highlighted in this interview. So that is him there for you. But talking about the 2 finals, if I told you never, let me bring you up to speed. He's talking about the FA Cup finale where they beat United by 2-1, and then he found himself in a situation of winning a second final of the Champions League by beating Inter Milan by 1-0, and he goes down in history as the first Man City captain to lead his team to a treble. They've won doubles, FA Cup, Premier League, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Premier League, but they had never gone ahead to win a treble, Champions League, Premier League, and the FA Cup. That is Manchester City for you, and they are really doing a very good job down there in the Manchester City. But it felt like he would have gone ahead to see his mind divided, when it came to him talking about the final and his next destination. So he had to first choose what comes first and what comes next, and obviously Gundogan chose to first play those finals, and obviously found himself in a situation of really getting them out of the way, and he has all the time he needs to go ahead and obviously make a decision. So Arsenal fans, just expect the Gundogan decision as soon as possible. It's really going to come in through to see to it that everything goes on as planned. Now, after that, we all understand that there is a fellow German player that was at Arsenal as Paul Mertesacker. Right now is the head of the academy of Arsenal. He has also gone ahead to find himself in a situation of revealing to us what he thinks about Gundogan on joining Arsenal. So he said the following, because the interest of Arsenal for Gundogan is really intense, and he has told us that I think the clubs are queuing. Arsenal are in a good position because Arteta knows him and will probably haven't broken off contact. We are in a good position. I think we'll let it all sink in the first. I think he will let it sink in first and then choose from one of the 4 clubs. And obviously, if you don't know what 4 clubs is talking about, here they are as far as Sport 1 is concerned. They've told us that according to Sport 1 information, Gundogan will make his decision in the coming days. The former Borussia Dortmund star has several options in addition to Arsenal, Barcelona and PSG, plus another team in Saudi Arabia that have also thrown their hats in the ring. So we look at Gundogan. He's having 4 options. Arsenal are pushing, like I brought you a story about which yesterday. A coach of the under-18s of Arsenal confirmed to us that Arsenal is interested in Declan Rice. Even Paul Mertesacker, the head of the academy department at Arsenal, has confirmed to us how Arsenal is interested into Gundogan. They are keeping in contact. Arteta knows him better. They are trying to convince him to come up and really play for this Arsenal side, because they believe a captain who has seen his team win a treble is so much important in the title charges of Arsenal next season. Obviously, you know that next season Arsenal is going to be playing the Champions League, and Mikel Arteta will go in and obviously say, all right, even if we reach the quarterfinals, but the likes of Gabriel Jesus and Zinchenko will tell the players that we have to go ahead and win the trophy, because last time we tried and we capitulated towards the end, but this time around we can find ourselves in a situation of putting up a very good attack onto the Premier League and the Champions League, and we can really get them out of the way. And if at all you want to get that charge to the next level, Gundogan alone will elevate Arsenal from being an 84 points holder to a 90 plus point holder, because of his mental strength and what he's going to hate to do in the game of football. He knows that he can really get the team over the line. You know, when you look at the game of Man City and Man United, he cut Man City off the rope. The game was 1-1, and the way he used his shin to hit that ball into the back of the net, it was really magnificent. It shows you how exceptional this player is, and it shows you how impeccable he is on the field of play. That is Gundogan, and Arsenal are really waiting for his decision that's going to be put out very, very soon. But the most important bit of it is that recently I told you that James Oli from ESPN confirmed us that Arsenal submitted their contract proposal to Gundogan. You know that very well. And then Paul Mertesacker has told us that Mikel Arteta is trying to convince Gundogan to come in and really play at Arsenal. So we can't wait to see how Gundogan is going to react to it. But Barcelona is in the mix, PSG is in the mix, and then Saudi teams are in the mix to convince him to go ahead and really play for the Saudi clubs. Now, leaving Gundogan at that, some good happiness into the camp of Arsenal, as a big story has been broken by Fabrizio Romano, and this is what it had to read. He said, Arsenal have reached full agreement with Reiss Nelson over a new long-term deal. As revealed weeks ago, player verbally agreed. Here we go. It will be valid until 2027 with the option for a further year. Club waiting for him to sign us up to avoid new bids from other clubs. Talking about him signing this contract, Fabrizio Romano has been confirming to us every week that Arsenal have found themselves in a situation of agreeing a deal with Reiss Nelson, and Reiss Nelson is willing to come in through and obviously be at Arsenal for a very, very long time. And it's really good to see that I'm going to convince Reiss Nelson, as they did it last year on Eddie Nketiah. Eddie Nketiah's contract ran out on the 30th of June 2022, and Arsenal convinced him to sign a new contract, and he did, and I think he doesn't regret why he put pen to paper. And I think even Reiss Nelson will find himself in a position of not regretting putting pen to paper, because if at all he has a decent preseason, according to how he really found himself play this season, going directly into the mind of Mikel Arteta that I can really come up and really perform at higher levels, I think that can really see him get a spot into the starting 11 of Arsenal. And there is something most of you have not given an eye, that the most competitive position of Arsenal is the left forward position where Martinelli plays. Martinelli has to tussle it against Trossard, Emily Smith-Rowe, and Reiss Nelson. All those players, if they start off the season very well, minus injuries that costed their season, trust me, Martinelli is up for the run. He needs to do more than he did last season to really keep his position, because it's really going to be so much competitive at Arsenal. These players are all on fire. They all want that position. And when you look at Emile Smith-Rowe, if at all is 100% fit, he has shown us that he can score close to 10 goals a season from that position and more. And he was playing in a team of Arsenal that had not reached these levels. Now, we want to see how Emile Smith-Rowe is going to adapt to the Arsenal side that has good and quality players. Then, Reiss Nelson. He has shown it this season. You've evidenced it that this man can find himself in a position of obviously performing at levels or even saving the team from losing points. Even when he comes on the field of play, you see to it that there is what we call a bright spark that he brings in the attacking prowess of Arsenal. Then Leandro Trossard, obviously, you know what he was going to have to do. Close to 10 assists in his Arsenal debut season. And he played only 6 months for Arsenal. Now, imagine how it's going to be for Leandro Trossard if at all he plays a full season for Arsenal. He might be the best creator in the league, because this season we had Kevin De Bruyne creating close to 16 chances, right? But Trossard, when you look at his assists, his entire assists this season, Trossard, where are you? Leandro Trossard. Let's go to the stats. Trossard had 10 assists this season. So, and out of those 10, I think 8 of those, or 9 of those, were made at Arsenal, and he played only 20 Premier League games. And now we wait to see how he's going to make it when he's at Arsenal, where he needs to prove himself again. And he's going ahead to show it to the players of Arsenal and the manager that every time you need me, I'll come up and really get the job done and dusted. That is Leandro Trossard. So it shows you that it's really going to be so much competitive in Arsenal, at Arsenal in that position. And Fabrice has hinted about to stop bids coming in from other clubs, because Brighton, Aston Villa, clubs in Spain, French League One, and very many others were interested into the player. But obviously, the players decided to stay at Arsenal. And let's pray to it that it really works out for him like a charm, and he fits into that team of Arsenal like a glove to beat the competition. Now, let's go to the Balogun story. Balogun decided to play for the US national team over the England national team. And he said, in terms of my decision to come here, it just really was an internal decision between myself, my family, and my agent. It wasn't anything to do with the comments of Gareth Southgate or anything to do with noise that I heard from the outside. So those are the reasons that really led him to play for the French national, for the US national team. And they went to the CONCACAF. It's like the continental tournament of North America, and he's going to be playing for that team. Now, after him putting out that statement, then the manager of England, that is Gareth Southgate, had something to say about him. And these were the statements that he issued on Balogun after he crossed to the US national team. He said, it's up to the player to weigh up where his heart feels. Is he prepared to wait a little bit for an opportunity if he backs himself and feels he can push his way into our squad? He asked. Because anybody who has followed us knows, because anybody who has followed us will know that we will give players a chance. So we cannot go and give first team call-ups to someone just because we don't want them to go to somewhere else. We like Flo. He has obviously not had an opportunity in the Premier League yet, so we have to weigh up those goals to Ivan Toney's, for example, Oli Watkins or Edin Ketia, who has done really well with the opportunity he has had at Arsenal. So it shows you that the manager of the England national team values less the goals that Balogun scored. Balogun scored in the French League One, and you know how much he prefers the Premier League to other leagues. That's why he can bring in Kiendaya or Harry Maguire ahead of Tomori. But we all know that Tomori is doing a decent job at the Milan side in Italy. So He has led them to the Champions League semi-finals. Harry Maguire is not even playing any game, but the manager really likes Harry Maguire and is bringing him in the field of play. So that is how the English manager reacted to Balogun's departure, or snub of the English national team to go and play for the American national team. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Tell me your thoughts on Gundogan to Arsenal decision imminent. Where is he going to go? Arsenal, PSG? You know better. You can tell me your thoughts. Then, Reiss Nelson, deal done and dusted, pending putting pen to paper. What do you make about it? Like I said about it. And Balogun versus Gareth Southgate. What do you make about those? So, sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. Rokani David remains my name. Ciao, ciao.